Biden News Now. After Biden blames media of hammering me, fans boo. After President Joe Biden accused journalists of hammering me for making a lot of mistakes, Joe Biden's followers booed journalists at one of his events. Mr. Biden addressed the coverage of his international gaffes at the NATO summit, where he referred to Volodymyr Zelensky as President Putin, during his speech in Detroit on Friday night. While Mr. Biden did admit to receiving criticism from the media, he implied that his Republican opponent, Donald Trump, had escaped similar criticism. Mr. Biden started by saying, "I'm not complaining, I'm simply stating. You might have observed that ever since the debate, the press, and those wonderful individuals in charge, have been relentlessly attacking me. I tend to fumble a lot." The audience started booing and sarcastically mocking the assembled reporters as he started speaking. "Oh no, it's okay," the president told his followers in response to the audience's reaction. "For some reason, I have a tendency to mix up names, so they've been picking on me. In my opinion, that should be Charlie and not Bill. Donald Trump, though, has gotten away with it." Some have drawn parallels between this and Trump's strategy of criticizing the press during campaign rallies, which has led to jeers from the crowd. A Trump supporter assaulted a BBC cameraman in El Paso, Texas, in 2019 during a campaign event. Concerning the security preparations for journalists covering the ceremonies of the former president, the BBC lodged a complaint with the White House the day before Mr. Biden's rally. He messed up twice at NATO activities in Washington, D.C. Mr. Biden inadvertently called Mr. Zelensky President Putin when announcing a new NATO initiative to assist Ukraine in its fighting against Russia. He called his vice president, Kamala Harris, Vice President Trump at a second news conference that took place 90 minutes after the first one. His age and health have been the subject of further speculation in the lead-up to the 2024 election due to these instances. His leadership has allegedly troubled prominent party heavyweights like Barack Obama and Nancy Pelosi, and over 20 current Democrats have demanded that he resign. Mr. Biden made light of the media's treatment of his age earlier on Friday. Even though he had lived for 270 years, he claimed that people still thought he was innocent. "Being the second youngest man ever elected to the United States Senate made me feel too young for a long time, but now I'm too old. We need to complete the task," he emphasized. "I assure you, I am doing okay." Despite receiving plaudits for his answers to concerns about foreign policy, the U.S. media portrayed his Thursday gaffes in a sympathetic light. The Washington Post website featured the headline, "Biden exhibits foreign policy depth at news conference with a few missteps on Friday morning." Experience the world through the lens of acclaimed British journalism. Access our award-winning website, exclusive app, money-saving deals, and more for free for 3 months when you try The Telegraph.